since I sent a reading to Neil for his birthday, I didn't want you to feel left out, so I did one for you too. Now, I don't know much about you, but you live in Portland, Oregon. You're a friend of Neil's. You were a bus driver that's now retired. A friend of mine's father was a bus driver for the city, and my God, that's a stressful job. You should be canonized as a saint. You know, between the traffic and people on the road and the passengers, there's a lot of things to think about, a lot of complaints too. And then the only other thing I know about you is that you've had some health issues. So I thought I'd do a reading just on the seat of my pants and see what it says. Now, I hope you folks have a nice evening with Neil for his birthday. Go out for a dinner. Maybe go out by the ocean or something. Do keep an eye on the birthday boy, though, and don't let him dance on the tables or have a lampshade on his head or anything. Anyway, your overall energy card for this reading is the Hierophant. I don't know if you're familiar with the tarot cards, but the Hierophant represents something like the Pope or a shaman. You know, like-minded people that gather together. Institutions as well. And this could indicate maybe the medical institutions, because maybe you've been going to the doctor quite often since you've been sick. But this card really represents seeking the truth. The word Hierophant in Latin means to show or make known. Now, whatever is in front of the Hierophant is the known. And then he's in between two pillars, which is right and wrong, or good and bad, or good and evil. And what's behind him is the unknown. And this is what you're seeking. And he is about mind, body, and spirit. This card can represent blessings and warnings. And the number 5 in numerology actually means obstacles. So there's been something that you've been trying to get over, a hurdle of some sort. You're seeking some type of enlightenment. You need this truth. Now over on the left, for what you know, you received the Hermit. Now I just got done doing the reading for Neil, and he received it for the overall energy card. And that's Neil's card for Virgo. Virgo oversees the Hermit. And here too, this card is personifying Neil. He's there visiting with you right now. It was so funny because I was telling Neil in his reading that yesterday I had taken a photograph of the Hermit and I just couldn't find it in my computer. I lost the Hermit. So I had to take another picture yesterday, and I was using my old large beater cards that I usually keep in the bedroom for some reason. And the only card that was on the table this morning when I walked up to it was the Hermit. And the first card I pulled for Neil was the Hermit, and that's in a different deck. I had used my living room deck. Okay, I don't have cards in the bathroom or the kitchen. Anyway, I used another deck for you because I had Neil's spread out. And the card just stuck in my hand, and it was like it was kind of popping out of the deck, and it was the Hermit again. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to give you an overall energy card, so I just laid out 4 cards, and just to get a feel for them. And I just couldn't believe that the Hermit, that was the whole day as the Hermit today. Anyway, I could give you a lot of rigmarole about the Hermit, but here it really does signify Neil. Neil is here to help with the guidance, because that's what the Hermit is about. Seeking enlightenment and guidance. Enlighten with the lamp and guidance with the staff. You know, and I think Neil's going to help out here with some of these health issues for you. The Hermit, too, also means strength and finding inner and spiritual truth. It is a self-discovery card. It's a card about wisdom, acquiring wisdom. And between the Hermit and the Hierophant, they're both saying that you're seeking a truth and able to utilize wisdom towards this truth. Now the card next door to the Hermit is in the category for what is or can be yours. And you receive the Page of Swords. Now the Page of Swords is kind of a party pooper. Every party's got a pooper, that's why we invited you. And I kind of figure out that maybe this does signify your illness or some type of distress. Because this Page of Swords can be really negative in his own way. And he also represents words and intellect. Because he is the element of swords. And somewhere you're balancing some decisions out. But you're not going to have to wait too long because all pages are about news and messages. And also ideas. And I think there's going to be some incoming for you. This is going to help ameliorate for you to make some good decisions about your health. And everything is really going to be good about this because the card next to that for your awareness or self-awareness, you receive the Sun card, the life-giving sun. This signifies a Leo if you have one in your life, and the Hierophant signifies Taurus, just in case there's somebody in your life that you're real close to. And you can start putting this together because I don't even know your birthday. But this Sun card is like a fog or a miasma is dissipating, and all of a sudden you have some clarity and understanding. And it's also a card about joy and abundance. I don't know, but in Neil's reading, he received the number 50 Ye Jing, and that was nourishing. And for some reason I'm thinking this is related because this is the nourishing rays of the sun that are illuminating the truth that you're seeking through the Hierophant, through the Hermit, which is Neil. And the obstacle is actually the Page of Swords. This Sun card reminds you of the joy of living, the delight of being alive. And now for the future cards, you receive the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Now the King of Wands is there to say in the future you're going to have some determination and inspiration and ambition for some changes. Kings actually assist in you achieving your long-term goals. And the Three of Pentacles card is a building card. I call it the architect card. And usually there's a lot of people involved in building. You might be a project manager and there's teamwork going on with the crew. Or else you're undertaking some type of project and you've got some support mechanisms. A bunch of people. Now this isn't a Ben-Hur movie or anything, but there's people back there supporting you. And it's a building card. And maybe here it's a restoration card. It's going to take some work to restore back to some type of health. Betterment, they try to call it. But the king, he's bringing in some really mature energy. He's the epitome of his suit. And actually, Wands has a more spiritual aspect to it. And there's been a spiritual overtone in all of your reading. I don't know where that's at, if you're quite religious or spiritual in different ways. I don't know. But this king is a problem solver. He's one of those think out of the box kind of guys. And here he's like overcoming challenges to make you stronger, is what I'm hearing. And that he's bringing in good judgment and understanding. And that's been this whole reading here, is the Hierophant, the truth, the Hermit, wisdom, the Sun card, and understanding. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.